going to start the recording. And guys, suppose welcome to our Power BI process. Okay, so in this project, guys, we are going to discuss like Power BI real time project. Okay, so as I mentioned in the topic, today's topic, so we are going to discuss one important project related to like stock market or this kind of market. We have a project related to cryptocurrency project. Okay, so for this cryptocurrency, guys, we have some of the files in CSV format, and the file will be suppose approx 20 plus file we have, and we have to combine all this file into Power BI and to make a report, this type of report. See, this is our crypto price insight. Okay, the first page is showing as a price portfolio. What is the symbol, what is the currency name, final price changes, this kind of we have discussing a table presentation, as well as we have some of the best performance and worst performance. Best performance 30 days and 365 days, worst performance of 30 and 365. So you can do whatever you want. Suppose you want 30, 60, 90, 120, this kind of days. So you can just analyze one function and then you can do whatever you have tasked. So main focus is to best performance and worst. And second page we have some analyzing, like for each currency we have a chart. Okay, for each currency we have a different line chart we have, and as well as for each currency, like right now I have selected Bitcoin. In the particular date range we have a Bitcoin. Okay, so in this Bitcoin we have a close price is 63,000. Last price means that's the average as well as, and this is low price, and average daily volume we have for this Bitcoin this much. Okay, so for this kind of discussion we have done. And third way we have a price index, and it is also as a tabular presentation, but it shows the full value, full table presentation of this. Okay, so for this portfolio, this kind of Power BI project we are going to discuss in our 3 days session, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And guys, this meeting will be divided into two parts. Okay, two parts means like in 40 minutes we have a 30 minutes we have a two parts. So after 40 minutes or 35 minutes, maybe meeting will be ended. So you will join again with the same link. Okay, then we can discuss with the same things again. And in the meantime, suppose when I am working and you have any doubt, you can directly raise your hand, or you can directly unmute yourself and raise question. I will give your explanation on this question. Okay, so I am going to start now. In the meantime, you have any question, guys? Anyone? Okay, then we can start. Okay, okay, done. So this is my Power BI screen, guys. As you already know how to download Power BI in your desktop, you have already done. If anyone want, you can directly. I will send you a one video in which we have a how to download Power BI desktop in system. You can watch this video and then you are able to join at any time. Okay. So this is our Power BI screen, guys. I will give you first one overview of this screen. See, this is our Power BI home screen in which we have some like this kind of tools which we help us to formatting our project, any formatting or any transformation for our project, any add column, visualization, this kind of thing. And this is our main three screen. First is a reports pane. Every dashboard or every reports we can make on this report page. Second, we have a this data means Power BI is just a machine. So when you Power BI needs data, so when you export or when you import any data from this any data from any sources, you import into Power BI, it will reapplicate into this second sheet data. And third one, we have our model. In the model, suppose you have a two types of table. Number first is fact table and dim table. Guys, in Power BI you have to just focus on these two tables, fact and dimension table. So when you focus on this fact and dimension table, it will give you the total insight whether you want to how to connect this dim table to the fact table. I will tell you all that in details. Okay, but first you have to focus on this thing. And now when I go to this, see, this is your Power BI view. And when I click on this transform data and click on this transform, our new window will open into Power BI, and it is named as Power Query Editor. And this window, guys, will be opening in Excel as well as. Okay, but in Excel you don't have a multiple sources to connect the file, but in Power BI you have a almost 100 plus sources in Power BI you have to connect. Okay, so first guys, I will show you my data. See, this is my data of currency wise, like Coin, Aave, Binance, Bitcoin, Cardano, Chainlink. Okay, so this is our every currency wise. For one currency, we have a data. I'm just opening two currency. First, I click on this open. See, for this currency, we have a currency name, currency symbol, we have a date, okay, high price of this date, low price, open and close price, and volume, and the market price, market capitalization, whether it's entered market capital or not. Okay, so second thing, I am going to open my second currency, suppose Bitcoin. For Bitcoin as well as same serial number, name, currency name, BTC as a symbol of currency, date we have high, low, open and close, same as volume and same as market cap. So this kind of data we have in our reports as CSV file. And guys, one more thing you have to remember, when you connect all the CSV file into your Power BI, okay, your CSV file format should be same. Should be same means every column name should be same or column number should be same. See, right now it's 10 column, and in the second file also is 10 column, and all the column name will be the same. Okay, this is not for all the cases, but for this cases now we are doing, for this cases we have all the files in the same format, and the its same format means we have a same table, same column name, serial number, name, symbol, all the column will be same, because we have to merge this all these sheet into just one sheet. So that is the reason we have to make all the CSV file into one, and so for this we have to make our reports into cryptocurrency dashboards. Okay, so right now I am just closing this, because when you work on Power BI you have to close your backend file, otherwise it will give some error into your reports. So this is my Power Query editor, guys. Okay, so from this there is an option here under the new query, there is a new source. So when you click on this new source, and right now my all these file, see my all this file, I am not doing it one by one file. I am not connecting my one by one file. I am connecting all the files in just one go. So how to connect? You can just click over there and select the folder path. Select the folder path and just copy this much, and go to this Power BI again, new source, click on this more button. Okay, and it will open a option of folder. It means you have to connect your file within a folder, and in the folder you have a multiple file, whether it's a 2, whether it's a 100, whether it's a 500, you have connect multiple files, but the format should be same or the column should be same. So right now I'm click on this folder, and when you click on and see, this is your multiple sources you have to connect. Okay, text and CSV file, whether you want to connect, if you want to connect just one file, you can just choose by text and CSV and you connect only one file. If you want to choose your all the files from a folder, you can use your folder option and click on this connect option. Okay, so when I click on this connect option, you have two options, whether what you have copy the path, you just click on and paste it, or second, you have just browse and select your path in the system. There is a two option, whether you copy and paste your path, or you can just browse your path from the desktop or any locations, and click on just OK. So when you click on this OK, it will directly uh, take you on that folder in which we have a limited all the files. See, we have all the files, Aave, Binance, Bitcoin, Cardano, we have all the coins file. Okay, and date accessed, file extension we have, date created, records, where is the location saved. Right now my file is used into users, this is your folder path. And just see, when your table or presentation is in good way means when you don't want to do any transformation into file, then you can just click on transform and transform data and directly click on apply. But if you want to transform data means you can just transform but all the files individually individually. Right now I need to combine all the files. So I can just click on this combine and transform. If I click on this transform, it means my all the files showing into Power BI, but all the files showing as separately. But when you click on this combine and transform, it will showing only one file, and in one file you have all the files. It means combine. So click on this combine. Okay, and Power BI evaluating a query in the background for you to making all the files into just one file. And just click on this OK button. And see, Power BI makes some query return. They have make the parameter, they have make the function directly, and then finalize. It will give you a result of cryptocurrency dashboard. And when you click on this source name, right now it's showing two, but when you click on this load more, it will showing you all the currencies you have, like Aave, Binance, Bitcoin, Cardano, all the currencies. And this is your sheet name. And for every sheet, you have all the data into just one sheet. Okay, and click on this OK. You have all the sheet into just one table, into just one sheet. So guys, any doubt till here? Anyone? Guys, any doubt you have till now?
No doubt. No doubt. You can
Oh,
continue.
okay. So right now my file into the dashboard is running and this name as cryptocurrency. So you have to change your file name, as well as you can do whatever you want. And this sheet is doing as a Power Query editor. This sheet known as Power Query editor, and you have a multiple option, like suppose if you remove any column, because I don't need this source name into my data, because source name I know source name is identified by symbol name also as well as same name also. So why I need this source name? I just click on this, and there is an option here, remove column. Whether you go to this remove column or remove, or you can just click on this and right click, and you have a remove. And whatever step you have done, all the step will be recorded here, applied steps. Okay, so when I click on this minus, your step will be back. Okay, so this is the benefit of Power BI, that if you delete some site like a wrong column, if you delete some wrong column, then you have to get back after a lot of days also. It is not as suppose in Excel, if you delete any column and if you save the Excel file, you will not get that column back, but in Power BI you will do at any time. Okay, so this is the benefit of Power BI. You will do at any time whatever column you want. Suppose right now, if I need only in this 23 currency, if I need only just two currency, so I just unselect all, coin this one and coin this one. I need to just select all these two. But after suppose 1 month, I need one more currency. Then I click this one. Then only two currency data will be published into my Power BI reports. Okay, so it is not as much like it is very important, but in Excel if you're doing some formatting and you can just make a dashboard, you have to just connect only two coins data only. But in Power BI, if you have suppose 100 coins data, but right now your dashboard will be maintain only 10 parts or 10 coins, you can just select only 10 coins and make a dashboard on that parts only. Okay, so I just click on select all and click OK. So my all the currencies are selected, and click on this and remove column, because I don't need this column. Same way, this is serial number, name, currency name we have, symbol, dates. And guys, see this date format, we have date as well as time, but we want only date. So there is also a two function. Click on this date tab. Okay, there is an option here, date and time. Right now it's date and time format, date and time, data type, but we need as a data. So you need to just click on this date, so it will change into date. Second thing, you can just select this one, go to transform. There is a option here, date. So if you need this date only, you can just select date and date only, then it will automatically the same thing. Second thing, if you need only time, you can just time and time only. This is the second thing you have to maintain for this date. Okay, so there is a multiple things. So right now I'm just click on this, and There is a one more option. Go to this transform, date only. You can do this type also. So I need date only, and see the date type will be changed as date only. And you have to remember your types of the column. Suppose this serial number, if the serial number into the numerical data, you have to remember which data type they have. Suppose right now if you select this 123 as a whole number, so it is correct. But if the serial number will be suppose into like what I say, suppose text column, then it will be a not a correct. When you making the relationship with serial number to serial number, it will not connect your correct relationship. So you have to one thing remember, that your date type should be matched with the date column name. Data type, not date type. Data type should be matched with the column name. See, right now it's name. So name should be in text value. So this is text. ABC, it's a text. Same as symbol, it's a text. Date into the date format. And see, in the high, low, and this, when you click on this, it is showing as decimal. So when you see, the point will be at decimal. So it is okay. So high, low, open, close, volume, all the things are okay. So we don't need to do any transformation into this. Only date, and second we have done our remove the uh, column name like sheet names. And right now I'm going to make one group for this private currency, because this is our valid currency. So I'm just click on this, and I'm doing as first of all I make as group, and write the name as staging group. Write the name as staging group and click on just OK. So my main file, this is my main file, cryptocurrency dashboard. This is my main file. I don't want my main file should be changes every time. I don't want. So for this main file, when I click on the right click, I just click on this enable load. Enable load means when you close and apply, go to this home and close and apply, your this main file not be loaded into Power BI view, because we have here give the option of not to load this file into Power BI. But when I click on this, when I do the close and apply, this file will be loading into Power BI. So why I do this? Because suppose right now we have 23 coins. Suppose you are working, and suppose after 2 years, suppose five other currencies will be added into your data. So every time you have to make changes into this file. Okay, if your five currency will be added. So for this guys, you have to make our main file into staging group, and don't need to load this file into Power BI. Just copy this file. When I click this reference means copy this file and select into new group. And right now I'm taking as data model. I'm taking this reference file into new group. So this file will be, when I click on this right, this will be enable load. And when I click on this file, this will be right click, this will be load. So I load only this file, and this file will be showing into the background. So when I change anything into this my dashboard, I just click on this file and doing the my refresh option. So my all the files which I reference from this, file, main file, all the files into data model will be changes automatically, will be refreshed automatically. You don't need to go every file of this data model and changes for every file manually. You have just go to your main file and then refresh this file, refresh all the files will be changes together. Okay, so this is the benefit of grouping into file, grouping into transformation tab. So same way, this is my cryptocurrency dashboard. So I can just change my name as crypto portfolio. Okay, and same way, this is your total as I talked about total data of cryptocurrency. But if I need, suppose in my dashboard, if I need only currency wise data, then how do I connect? So that we have this currency, and for every currency we have a duplicate name into this file, because one currency will be located as per complete sheet. So I just click on this main file and click on this as doing reference again. Okay, so this file, and then click on this move to group, my move to new group. This one is data model, old group. So just click on this and I can write as crypto symbol. Okay, this file is for crypto symbol, and in this file I want to make this file as a dim means dimension table, and that dimension table have the value of only the unique item, only the unique symbol, but right now it's duplicate. Okay, so I just click on this name and this symbol, right click this name and this symbol, right click, and there is an option here, remove other columns. So when I remove other columns, it means in this symbol file we have only name and only the symbol. Okay, so for this file, suppose if you want, let me go to this file. If you select all the currencies right now, if you select all the currencies, it will be showing as duplicate. So you can click on this symbol, right click. Okay, and there is an option here as remove duplicate. So when you click on this remove duplicate and see, all the values will be single, symbol, symbol, bnb single, btc single. Okay, all the value will be single, and total file we have 1 to 23. And when you check in my dashboard, see 23 file. So for one currency we have a one column or one row. For one currency we have a one row. So that this table known as dim table, and this table known as dimension fact table. So fact table have all the transaction, but dim table, only the dim table have a unique value of transaction. So why we making only a symbol into this table? Because we have matching all the data by a symbol or name wise. And see, in my this table we have a symbol as well as name. We have a symbol as well as name. So in this file we have a name and symbol. If I click this name column and I need to remove, if I remove this column, it does not make sense that in the symbol file we have a name column. So if we connect symbol to this symbol file, it will automatically make a relationship to symbol to name as well. Okay, symbol and name, this kind of done we are doing. So guys, any doubt till now that why we make two different file, fact and dimension for this one data? Any doubt in your mind, guys? If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Jasmeet, Ritu, any doubt? Shweta?
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
I'm
done.
good.
Okay, done. So for these two file, we have all the data, but we have one more. We need one more file. Okay, so guys, right now you have to just think your mind. Suppose if you find a range. Okay, if you find a range, suppose this data you have a 510 is the first date, and what is the last date we don't know. What is the last date we don't know, and we need a complete date table. Date table means you have to make, suppose if I go to my this data, this is my go to analysis part. If I need to change my this date, okay, so data will automatically will be changed. Something is changed into every currency. See, data will be changed. But so for this date range, why we need this date? Because this date showing the value whether you want. Suppose if your company want only 1 month data, then how to connect your 1 month data? So for this, you have to make one more dimension table into your Power BI reports, and date table should be mandatory for every project. Whether you are working on sales project, actual or budget project, any forecasting project, health customer relationship project, HR project, your date table should be necessary for every project. Okay, so for this should date table should be necessary. I have made one coding. I have made one separate file for this. Like, see, this is my Power BI date table for every project. Okay, this is your date table. Just have a write a code in the background. I write a code and save into my notepad. Okay, and then for every project, I just copy this page, copy this functions into my Power BI, and our date table should be ready. Whatever range we want, that range only we have to just enter only that project. I will show you. First, I will show you by this function. Second, I will show you how to create this date table by function, by manually. Okay, and what is the difference between this manually and this way? Because in manually, suppose if you are doing a multiple project in your company, and the date table should be same for every project, then you have to just create your manual table once and make the copy of this function, and then you have to arrange that function into in the next table, into in the next table. So same thing I am done, same thing I am done. I just write a one time code into my background. This is not a code. Okay, I am just writing a function and code will be written by a Power BI automatically. I'm not writing this code into my Power BI. I'm just entering a function into Power BI. There's a text function, and this code will be written in background automatically. Okay, so first I'm just copy this function, go to this Power BI, new source, click on this blank query. Okay, there is an option here under the query. We have an option here, advanced editor. Click on this advanced editor, just paste it your function. Okay, and just click on this done button. See, the new parameter will be written. This is your start date and fiscal year start month. This is your date parameter option only. Okay, and how to write this things into Power BI manually, I will tell you in just after 2 or 3 minutes. I will tell you. So first, I need, this is your query. You can just click on this right click and move new group, and click on this new group and name this new group as a date parameter, and just click on this OK. This is your date parameter. So for this date, you have make any calendar table for this parameter. Suppose I want my calendar table first 2013 to, okay, 31st 12 2022, and fiscal year start month means, suppose your year ending is 31st March, then you have to start your new year with 4th of like April. So this is, you can write whether you want as January. So right now I need as a January. So just click on invoke. See, your new table will be ready. See the date, year, quarter, month, day of month, okay, date, international, month name, all the things will be written into just one coding. Okay, so you don't need to connect your date table again manually. I will tell you how to connect manually, but this is some advanced topic. So I just want to know that suppose when we do one or two project, after that I will tell you complete date table project, how to make a complete date table, so that you will be okay with that. Because if I teach you now, it will take almost 2 hours, but you have not understand, because date table is very hard table. It is not as a simple. Okay, so when I click on this info, you can change as a dates column. Okay, and move this into data model. So right now we have, our data will be ready, crypto portfolio, crypto symbol, and we have a dates column. And in this date we have a date, year, quarter of the year, month of the year, and see, the date will be starting from. And same thing guys, suppose if right now my date will be, if I click on this click on this date 2013 to, when I check, 13 to 22. But if you need this, suppose date column dot date table again from 2013 2013 to suppose 33. So click on this new query editor, click one 2022, not 2023, because we have 2022. So 31st 12 20 and 30. Just click on this one and invoke. See, your new date table will be ready. Dates, and the range will be 20 23 to 2030. This is your range. But see, this is your future date. I don't want this future date into my data. So I just click on this, right click and enable load. It means this date table as well as this currency dashboard. This is your main data. So these both are not loaded into Power BI. When I load this file, only these three files will be loaded: crypto portfolio, crypto symbol, and crypto dates, only the dates. So why we need dates? Because we have to analyze our data year wise as well as quarter wise, month and year wise, days wise. Okay, and date international, month name. You whether you have to select any year wise. This is your complete date table actually. Okay, whatever column you want. Otherwise, you can hide the column. Just click on this, right click, and there is an option here, hide, rename, move. Where is the hide option? I think not in the here. When I click on this copy and move, then you have to hide option. Okay, so first I click. Now guys, you have any doubt now, or I need to just load this file into Power BI? Okay, so I'm just going to load this file. See, close. And guys, every time when you're working on this Power BI project, not doing any apply, you have to already close and apply always, because you have to close this Power Query window and apply into Power BI view. Because in the Power BI we have a two window. One is Power BI load and one is Power BI editor. So just click on this and always close and apply. So this window will be closed and your data will be loaded into this Power BI, and see it will be loading, and see only three file will be loading. Two file will be in the background data. Okay, and see my all the three file will be loaded: crypto portfolio file, crypto symbol, and dates. And see, same way, if you don't want any column or any, like in the date column we have a multiple dates. Suppose this fun thing month in calendar you don't want, just click on this. There is an option of hide. When you click on this hide, see this option will be gone from this date table, but this option will be given into background. When you click on this date table, click on here, and see it will be hiding sign will be there. Okay, so this will showing you that your date table one column is hide, and see it will be hide into this way. Same way, suppose if you don't need this column, click on this. There is an option here also, hide in report view. Okay, so click on this option, or this column will be hide in report view. It will not showing into your this report view. Okay, so you can hide any unwanted column, but if you need that column back, you can just click on this data view. You can just click on this, and you can just select this file again, then this column will be back into data view. Okay, and see the same thing. This is your Power BI view. In this we have a make a data. Second thing, this is your data file, all the data file, not only one. You have a crypto portfolio, this file will be showing. Crypto symbol, this file will be showing. And third is your date table. Okay, so guys, any other doubt in your mind, you can ask me now. Any other doubt related to anything? Okay, so guys, actually a meeting will be end in just 1 point after 1.5 minutes. So you will be joined again into this meeting, so it will be grateful that we can continue with the second steps. Okay, so right now I'm going to stop this